So here we are with Zoe and Georgie night 4. No video last night due to work related things that came up. We started the evening in the carrier like we always do, and that went really well. That's really going okay. They sat side by side, kind of like you see them now, except in the carrier, which is always a good thing. There was nobody was tense or stressed. She is finally coming out of her little shell that she was in and being herself and eating. She's eating hay, she's eating pellets, she's eating everything. She's even coming up to the gate of the pen to beg for food, so that's good. Her poops are still kind of small, but that should improve as we go through the process. Georgie's doing well, of course. She's eating hay. She was just eating hay in the box before. Now, what we started new tonight, we're still working in the same space and not in the X pen space, just because I've been doing okay in here and we had some bad experiences in the X pen. So when you're at home, you don't want to stay in the same spot if you're having bad results. You want to move to a different room, a different area, change things up. You might put boxes or places or tunnels or places for them to hide and get away from each other if needed. They like to have a lot of space. Last night what I did is I tried to force them into a smaller space by confining them to just that end of the room as best I could. That was going okay, and I would have liked to have continued working with that, but had to leave, like I said, so I didn't get a chance to. Today, the new thing that introduced is what we call timeout. So when Georgie nips at her or gets aggressive with her, which he is still doing, he still thinks he can be dominant. He's kind of silly. She's pretty much established that she's going to be dominant. She's not going to groom him, and so we don't have any grooming going on right now, and that's an integral part of this. The weird thing is that the picture I sent you where they were sitting side by side, they did that themselves, sitting side by side in there without any problems at all for 20 minutes, which is a really good thing. Not something I would expect to see at this point of a bonding, though. I would expect that more after we've established dominance and everybody knows who's the boss. So that was good stuff, but it's just kind of out of sequence. So what I was saying is when he does that, I put him in the carrier immediately because he's the aggressor, and it's his timeout. He gets 3 or 4 minutes in there before I let him out again. Then he comes out, and we did that twice before you saw them before they got in the litter box together and sat there for 20 minutes, and it worked again just now when he started getting nipping with her just now. Put him in timeout, let him out, and he got in the box with her. Now, I haven't put banana on her head like you were suggesting to do. I've never had any luck with that. That is a common bonding technique. I just haven't ever had any luck with it. Another thing we do sometimes is put vanilla extract on their butts and heads to kind of neutralize any scents. Another thing that I sometimes do is maybe put a little bit of scent from each other on each other. From the scent gland area. I don't do that very often, but I have tried that from time to time with mixed results. So I haven't done any of that with these guys, so you feel free to try that when you get them home. Now, you're taking them home, I think we decided on Sunday, and I wanted to throw out there too that if you wanted me to keep them longer and go maybe into Friday, I am taking that Friday off before the weekend, so could meet you probably in the afternoon. But if you want to pick them up on Sunday, that's fine too. It's going to take some work to keep working with them, so completely up to you. If after next week you're not making any progress with them, then we'll call it quits, and we'll get him back to his foster home. But I'm going to be gone that week of, well, you know what? Let's see how next week goes. Let's just see how it goes, and then we'll decide what we're going to do. I'm still optimistic. It's just that I think it's going to take a little longer because I don't know what's going through his little head that he thinks he can be the boss, and he can't be. So, sorry for the long-winded video here, but I didn't get one last night, so maybe this makes up for it. You want to say goodnight? She's really been more active than that, really. So it's good to see her moving around and doing things which she wasn't doing when she first got here. So everybody says good night, and yes, they agreed that they're very cute.